Hi, I'm Zach Lenkay. I like to think of myself as a collector. When I was younger, I spent a lot of my time counting and cataloging and sorting and hoarding things like baseball cards, Star Wars trading cards, action figures, video games, or anything else that I could afford with my meager earnings from babysitting and lawn cutting. My bedroom was a museum to my stuff. Behold my stuff, I would think. I was really proud of this stuff, but after a while it would collect dust as I moved on from one collection to another. My family moved across the country when I was younger. I'd lost a lot of my stuff. Some of it through attrition and hard packing and damage. Some of it was accidentally given away to Goodwill, or so my mom claims. But most of it was packed away and forgotten about, as my interests changed and evolved over time. The collections of my youth have, for the most part, vanished at this point, either to the depths of my parents' basement or relegated to my own shelves, again collecting dust. But my obsession with collecting is still here and alive. Aside from scratching the occasional itch, I don't buy as much stuff or toys or things like I used to. But I've started a collection and a catalog of little sayings and small ideas and quips, maybe fragments of interesting conversations or half-remembered rough concepts. I use this collection to shape my thoughts, my ideas, and me. For example, I love the Wes Anderson film The Life Aquatic, and 20-year spoiler alert, at the end of the film, the whole cast is confronting the monster that they've all set out to kill. The protagonist, played by Bill Murray, chooses not to take revenge and not to kill the creature that killed his best friend. He just asks, "I wonder if it remembers me," and then begins to sob. I thought it was a beautiful scene. I asked myself the same question, because I have the same desire to be remembered, so how can I? Anyways, I've collected that question and assimilated it into me in the weird way that people somehow do that. Sometimes what I've picked up is flat out wrong or stupid or some vain attempt to sound smart. Fortunately, I have a lot of people, whether in my family or this church or my common table, my friends that recognize what's gotten inside of me and help peel it out and break it down. One thing that sticks out for me of all time, it's kind of like an earworm kind of a saying, is from Socrates. The unexamined life is not a life worth living. I'm not a student of philosophy and don't know if I've actually read anything else by Socrates. If I have, it's long forgotten. And it's a pop culture kind of saying. It's something that you'd find on the back of a cereal box, and a lot of people know it. But I don't think it takes away from the depth of that idea. To me, it's an idea that, through much of my life, has made me guarded and build up walls within and around my faith. But paradoxically, with a lot of open, non-judgmental conversations with so many wonderful people in this church and in my life, it's helped me be more open to the mystery of faith. If I can question if God exists at all, and question that if he does, what evidence is there that he loves and cares for me? Then I can use that same idea and assume the opposite is true. What evidence do I have to prove that God doesn't exist? And if God doesn't exist, then why do I feel so loved? Faith does not come easy to me. I don't expect that it ever will. One day I'll die and then I'll know. Or I won't. Till then, I just have to be open to the possibility and continue to struggle on, and persist with the openness of that question. One of my other great pieces of my collection is the saying, "Be who you are and be that well," from St. Francis of Sales. Maybe that's all I can be. Someone who questions and struggles the mysteries of faith in the universe, but someone who struggles well and is open to those mysteries.